Hey guys, welcome to my world. This world is crazy, it's fun, it's dramatic, but it's honest. I always love to keep it real. So some of you may have seen me before, may think you know me, and some of you don't. Well, you're going to know me pretty soon. What's unique about me? Pretty much everything. Like, I'm a detransitioner, I'm a legend in ballroom, I'm a seminary school student, I am everything. I have so much going on, I have so many different sides. I'm a Gemini, a June Gemini at that, you know what I'm saying? So, I got a lot going on that I want to share with you. One might happen to ask, what do I have to talk about? Why should I follow? Why should I watch? Why should I listen? Why should I? Why should I? Why should I? Why should I? Listen, as I said, detransitioner, I transition. A real transition, not these fake transitions, not knocking nobody, but not these kind of transitions today where, it's so accessible and so easy for you. I'm talking about back 20 years ago, right? When we really had to tell our T. When we had to be passable or we was gonna get shot. There were no marches, there was no school help, there was no nothing. Like, we really went into, like, a lot of y'all that transition now, y'all don't know what it's like to really tell somebody to meet, here we go, to meet the trade, right? Meeting the trade. Them liking you, being on, thinking that you real tuna, you know what I'm saying? And then you exchange the number, all that, and then you gotta actually tell them your T. But see, back then it was more than telling you T, because people didn't even know what transgender meant or anything back in 2000. Like, that word wasn't even really out like that. Like, so you had to not only tell them you was almost said the bad word, tell them you was a man, or tell them that you were trans. Then you had to tell them what trans was. It was like a double embarrassment. Like, yeah, I know you think I'm cute and all that, but I'm trans. They'd be like, what you say? I'm a transgender. You'd be like, what? Or back then we said transsexual. So that made it even worse, because then they'd be like, what kind of sexual? Oh, they start liking it, get more intrigued. And then you're like, I'm a dude. I was born a dude. And then, either they killed you or they was like a little interested. You never knew where it was going to go. That's why some people don't they knock a lot of the trans women for not telling the T, but that's a dangerous situation right there. But anyway, back to what I'm saying. I transitioned. Even though I detransitioned 14 years later, I walked those shoes. I fought that fought, gaining respect in school, in my family, in the straight community, in the ballroom scene. These are things that can't be taken away. And these are things that people must remember now that the doors have been kicked down by the girls from my era, and even way before that. People paved the way so that we can get where we are today. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. Ballroom. A little fat little kid coming into the ballroom scene, wanting to be rebellious, wanting to stand out, not wanting to be passable, not wanting to be sexy, wear the high heels, do everything that everybody else do, wanted to stand out, wanted to be that voice, to be that person that somebody could look up to, because a lot of people would come to the ballroom scene after being rejected from their family, kicked out, cast out of society, everything, didn't come to the ballroom scene to feel more rejected. It had to be a space for those type of people too. So I want the extra root in standing up and being that person that went against all odds so that somebody else could do it. Never cared about being passable, never cared about being fashionable, never cared about following the rules, never cared about different shit. I was rough around the edges. I did what I wanted to do and became a legend. And you can't deny that. You can't take it away. So many big boys and girls write me and say I was their inspiration or da 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 da, and it makes it all worth it, because it wasn't easy. Like, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, but it was fun. Oh, it was fun. Escorting, making my coins, being up in the slammer. You understand what I'm saying? These are things that you gotta know this because you gotta really get in and know the tea. You gotta know the tea. And then you don't want to hear it from somebody that's gonna sugarcoat it and make it seem like it was all walking in peaches, Perry, plum fields and stuff. Like you need somebody that's gonna tell you the good, the bad, the ugly. Don't just be raw with it. And that's what I plan on doing. I want y'all to really get in, right? Really get in. I'm a ballroom legend. I'm a Christian. Ha ha ha. I'm a detransitioner. Done sex work, done all of that. I'm all of that. And I went on this crazy journey and I want to keep you updated. I want to share the search that I went on when I walked away from it. When I walked away from the transgender life that I had, it wasn't like, and that's a lot where a lot of people get it mixed up. They think like, I just never wasn't trans. I never could cut it. That's why this, that, da, 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 da. Oh, that pissed me off because like I said, I walked that walk. A lot of y'all ain't never celebrity clients, traveled the world, made money, gained respect from my family, took care of my family and my people. A lot of y'all will never, ever live no kind of life like I live, like the trans version of me live. You will never, ever. So don't ever try it. Don't ever deny that. You feel me? And then there's those other ones who think that like I detransitioned because something went wrong or oh no, and that's why I never came at the community like that. That's why I never ever say this is wrong and oh you shouldn't do this and oh da 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 da, because I'm not gonna lie, I walked away from it when I was at my best. Just got my implants, my nose job, my Vogan was confident. I was eating it, coming through as the G.I. Jane. I was making money, just left LA, came back to Jersey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't that. It wasn't like I couldn't cut it or like I said, or I never really was, because when I was young, I fought. I cried to my family. I was depressed when I thought that I couldn't be trans. I fought so hard. I remember breaking it down to my family member and telling them like, you have to accept this. This is where I'll be until when you do. Like, molding and living a life and representing for every trans person, because the people in my family, they didn't know no other trans person. So when they had second thoughts or when they didn't want me to transition, was because of the only knowledge that they knew of was with the media, the little bit of stuff that you heard through the media or in the news. So they were scared. So I had to have a bit of class. I had to do things a different type of way. Like, I really did it. I really did it. You know what I'm saying? I did it. And I'm going to take you on that journey with me. We're gonna laugh, we're gonna cry, we might even go and beat up some people for some stuff that they did back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Go on this ride with me, AK Trey. Yeah, that's another thing. I never ever, I was born Michael. My mom and my dad named me Michael Jr., right? Like, I'm a junior, my name is Mike. Came into the ballroom scene, well, first the drag scene, all this stuff, got the name of Maury, came to the ballroom scene, first ball, the iconic Kevin called me Feminine Destruction. People start rocking with it. Never asked nobody to call me that. Never asked throughout the millions of Facebook name changes and Instagram name changes. But I'm telling you right now, AK Trey, that's what it is. You call me AK, you call me Trey, you can call me, that's it. Unless you know me like that and you want to call me Mike. But that's all I'm answering to. But forget all that and let's just get into the good times. I love y'all. I'm like your uncle that's here to school the new generation. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about this ballroom politics, all kind of stuff, everything under the rainbow.